Happy Tuesday, everybody. Andy and Steve from wagertalk.com. We are going to go over our Road to Millions bankroll as we are coming up on reset day, which is tomorrow. And Steve, another winning night. So we're absolutely rolling. We've had a great weekend. We've had a great week. We start our week on Wednesdays, and just we're hitting all of our projections and all of our goals. So we like to go over our results. We gave some back in tennis early in the day, but baseball, man, just keeps coming through. So we end up plus 2.15 units on the day. Honestly, the biggest news for us, we cashed the $9 Monday 4% play. Wasn't without a little sweat. Take us through our MLB.
Oof, it was a sweat for sure, especially we had the Reds on the money line, and especially in the ninth inning where we had two singles back to back allowed by Diaz to start the inning. So you got men on the corners and only up by one run. He manages to get a couple of strikeouts and get out of the inning. Fortunately for us, close out the game 5-4. Joey Votto joined the Reds lineup for the first time this season, hitting a home run, which
Thank
was a big one
God he did.
which was a big one for us. A lot of solo blasts in that game last night. I think the Reds had three and the Rockies had one, so that accounted for a lot of the scoring in that one. But we're happy to get the cash. A nice 2-0 night in the MLB. And I think we're 24-11 in the month of June now.
Absolutely beautiful. Things are going really, really good for us on Road to Millions for the month of June. So, shout out to Rock. Yesterday's free play did hit. That was a little bit sweaty, but glad to have you. Glad to have you on board, Rock. And I know that I did turn it off. I did turn it off. I checked it early and then I was like, nope, I got it. So then I had to go back and look at all of it. Man, trying to follow baseball day to day, like follow your bets, is brutal. It's not fair to your heart. It's just not.
It's a big emotional swing, in a lot of these games in the MLB go back and forth throughout the game, and no run feels safe with some of the bullpens too. You know what I mean? So, um,
Right?
it brings that debate of do you do first five full game, but we stuck with the full game for that one, and it paid off.
Yeah. So I think we're in a really good spot. So we do have a play that is up for tonight. The percentage is lowered just a little bit because what do we always try to do? Want to protect our bankroll, especially when we're having a good week and we're coming up towards the end. So we've guaranteed ourselves a profit for this week. So we're looking really, really good. Let's see, for 2023 plus 75 units. Not bad. Not
I'll
bad.
take it. That's for sure.
I did want to do this. Shout out Johnny Detroit. He's like, with your Road to Millions, compare it to something like show Bitcoin or show the stock market. So I have this, Steve. I didn't tell you we're gonna do this. So, all right, this is why we do the Road to Millions, because we look at it a little bit differently and we look at it like a portfolio, an investment account, but we think we can hit at a much, much higher rate than most. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here. So, okay, this is the last year. So they were down around what, 20,006, 26.9. Okay. So about 30%. That's an awesome return. That is like fantastic return. I pulled the last year from Dow Jones, 31.3. It's up to about 33.9. So depending on what you invested in, might be doing okay, might not. But with our sports investing and Road to Millions, we are hitting at a much, much better rate than some of these traditional investments. So this is how we look at it. This is what we're really trying to do, is treat this stuff like a real investment, and treat all our accounts with the way that you would treat any type of IRA, 401k, and everything. So we obviously want to have the big plays, and we want to, it's always exciting when you cash the 5%, but overall this is just a way to grind out the profits and end up with a really big account that you can get to much faster than some of the traditional forms of investing. I know it's difficult to think of that way, but this is how we look at it, and I think the results are coming in. So, um, all right. Question about smashing weekend in M&A. Back end. How do you balance when you're seeing a sport great? You want to ride the high hand versus pulling back. Um, when I pull back when we're losing. I think that's kind of the mistake that a lot of people make is like when they're losing, you want to try and get it back. I think it's the other way. I think when you're seeing the sport really, really well, you keep firing away. Now, Jim, I know you personally, and I know what you bet on this weekend in MMA, and you did crush it. So, but I know the events this weekend, and just by nature, you're going to have to pull back. There's not a Bellator event. There's only PFL. There's only UFC, and this UFC card is much tougher to bet on than last week's, my opinion. So I think you keep doing what you're doing, but you're naturally gonna pull back a little bit just because there's fewer options. So, Steve, winning streaks, losing streaks, your opinion?
It's the age old question with these. You know what I mean? I agree with you that when you are hot, you want to ride that hot hand as opposed to trying to get it back when you're cold. That's when you get really into a big hole and you start to chase. You don't want to chase it all. That's for damn sure. That's the one thing that we know for sure. As far as I think it depends on the situation. Like you said, this weekend the events aren't as good. You were saying there's not as much on the board. What you have coming forward, if there's a lot of plays that you like and you still are very confident in them, I would keep riding the hot hand. But every situation is different. It depends on if it's late in the week too. You don't want to lose the profits that you had earlier in the week. You want to end the week up. You're at least your 3%. That's the goal every week. So.
Yeah, I mean, we always just go back to it. Like if you keep in mind 3% a week is the goal. There are times to pull back even when you're winning because we always want to protect those profits. It's really hard in this business to turn a profit. So when we do that, we really want to protect it. So yeah, that'd be kind of my best. So speaking of running hot, baseball has just like the Undertaker meme, like just like risen. Like my gosh, we're crushing baseball. So we have that up. We have a small play that's up tonight. We have a 5% UFC play that is up, and I just put up a 4% golf play. Talked about running hot. I'm 9-1-1 in golf. So this is a sport that I'm going to fire away some plays. I look back last year. Last year is the time of year when I really caught fire and finished the season really, really strong. So I'm expecting more of that, plus 19 units over that 9-1-1 run. Turn a profit at the U.S. Open. So we're going to play golf pretty aggressive this week, and we got a 4% play that's up. The 5% UFC play, I definitely encourage everyone to get that up. I don't know if Wager Talks caught me that I left it at $9. They probably have by now. They changed it, but maybe go grab it if they're not watching because $9 Monday was yesterday. So those are some strong plays that we have up, and then the MLB play that is up today. We're just going to keep riding it. And Steve, is there anything else you've noticed in MLB? I feel like for us, not too much has changed. Last night, I still feel good about the track that we're on. I think we don't change it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I agree. We've been sticking to our streaks, and that's been what's really been profitable for us so far this month. Dare I say, though, it's starting to feel like that season we had, that really strong season we had 2 years ago. This was right around the time of the year where we were really hitting our stride. You know what I mean? Last season we didn't do quite as well as the year before, but yeah. So I'm happy. I'm hoping that we can stay on fire like we did that year, and we can keep riding these streaks. We had that year. It was the Arizona Diamondbacks year that we faded them, and I'm hoping that we have the same thing going for ourselves this year. We've incorporated a lot more player props and stuff like that too, so I'm feeling good about those as well.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter. I am at Bump Sports. Follow Steve at Steve's Book 22. You can get some other free plays and all kinds of information, and all of our plays are up at wagertalk.com. I'm working on a lot of really, really big, cool things at Wager Talk as we get ready for football season. Steve and I will start putting out our football content. Steve's done a great job with the articles, and we'll start turning those into videos real soon. And we got some extra content that will be coming on Wager Talk throughout the football season. So really, really excited about that. Anything else you noticed, Steve, or you want to get into our free play?
I think that's about it for me. We can let the free play rip.
All right. So pause, and so we can clip this. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Andy and Steve from wagertalk.com. We're going to go over free play in the MLB. We cashed free play yesterday. We went 2-0 in MLB plays as well. And we've got a 5% UFC play that is up, as well as 4% golf play that is up. We do have an MLB play that is up as well. MLB, arguably our hottest sport that we've been running in right now. And we're going to go over free play, but all plays are at wagertalk.com. I didn't have to change this graphic, Steve. I just had to change one of the numbers. Listen, let's go back to it. Let's fade the bad teams and let's fade the bad pitchers. Let's go with the Tigers.
Yeah, yesterday it didn't seem like it was going to come through for us. Poor Jordan Lyles, though. He actually pitched really well.
He did.
And it ended up, he didn't get the loss himself, but they're 0-15 now in his starts. It's just comical. He's taken 12 of the losses himself, but the Tigers have whether it be a small advantage, it's still an advantage. They have the advantage in the hitting. They have a slight advantage in starting pitching, and I think the big one for this game is the bullpens. The Tigers are 13th in ERA, and you got the Royals sitting at 28th. The Royals, I'm starting to think they might be worse than the A's, so we just got to keep fading them at this point. I think the A's can score more runs. I'm more confident in their lineup than the Royals. That's for sure.
Wow, that's bad. That's really bad.
It's true that they're just anemic at the plate, and they don't have many options. Witt, Perez maybe can walk into one once in a while, but other than that, it's a lot of black holes in that lineup.
Yeah. So go ahead. Let's cash that and win again. Our official MLB play of the day is up. Also grab the 5% UFC play and grab the 4% golf pack. Plenty of ways to make our 3% this week. So good luck, everyone. Let's have a great Tuesday. I got a question from Hector. Will there be a Travelers video up this week on Wager Talk? Absolutely. Me and Nick Borman just recorded it together live. So the clips will be up and the full show will be up. Probably I would expect later this afternoon. They're recording Wager Talk today right now, but yes. And the golf videos are going to be, I'm going to try and have them similar to what we did for the US Open. So when we did the Travelers video, there's pictures of like my favorite 3 holes. There's a much more intricate course breakdown, just a lot more stuff to it. We saw how much everyone liked the US Open video last week. So we're going to try.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We're going to do much more. We see the numbers, and honestly, I really appreciate you guys watching. Please leave comments under the golf videos. That really helps us, helps the algorithm, and it shows Wager Talk, that everyone's looking. So even if you just say, thanks for the video or a great show, or if you want to ask a question or something, leave a comment below on the golf video. It really, really helps us out. So speaking of that, leave a comment below if you want us to cover anything else. Tomorrow is reset day. Happy reset day, everybody. Should have some profits and an increased bankroll. I think we're way ahead of the 3% this week. So we're going to look forward to a really good Wednesday morning. We'll be back with Road to Millions. We'll look ahead towards the weekend. And we got a lot of big things coming up, guys. So it should be a great summer into the fall. Thanks a lot. Let's have a great Tuesday.
Good luck tonight.